Hello guys, how are you? I hope that you are all doing well and fine. So in this tutorial, we're discussing about Java programming. So in our previous discussion, of course in our Java tutorial, well, I discussed there how to use the string functions using the pre-built-in methods of Java. At the same time, well, of course, we'll explore more on the Java programming, especially for those um, individuals who'd like to learn Java. Now, as far as Java is concerned, of course, you can use the Java compiler. You can download it. Well, of course, you can find it in the internet or you go to the Oracle website. Or maybe you can go here, theprogrammist.com, and of course, do your Java immediately. Okay. Now, the purpose of this discussion is to learn how to use the array, okay, in Java. So as far as Java is concerned, we have to use what you call this, the array methods, and writing our own function to what? Find the array in the container. Okay, so this is our target for now. Now, well, of course, you can follow these instructions, and at the same time, if you have your cell phone, well, it's not a problem. There are lots of program in the uh, internet that you can download in your cell phone. Okay, so let us start with the code, and I hope that you are doing great right now. And of course, let's do it. Okay, now how to our first discussion is of course, well, of course, this is a review only how to use the array function or the array thing. So the array is just like a container wherein you can store different data inside, starting with the elements of 0. For example, this is only a review. So we start with the Java is if you want to write a program for array, you need to use the imported java.util. So util is a library wherein you can use different classes of library, or I'm talking about the array class, the vector class, the array list class. In our next tutorial lesson, we discuss about those methods of the array. Now, next is, well, of course, we declare first the public class data test. So this will be our program. Okay. And of course, we have also here the public static void main. This is the blueprint of the program. This is where the program starts. This is your code here. This is where the program starts, static void main. All right. So what's next is, of course, we're gonna uh, write now our code in this area. Okay. So always remember that grammar is important. At the same time, you should have your Java util at the top of the program to use the array. For example, we want to uh, declare a statement for the array. So you have to check first how to declare it. So we can use the, for example, we have here, of course, we have here int, and then you put it the open and close blank bracket. For example, this is the array equals to, and of course we have to 1, 12, 3, 34. This is the value of that. This is the offset of 0, 12, offset of 1, 3, offset of 2, 4, and offset of 0, 1, 2, 3. That's 34. So we have 4 elements inside, but with the different offsets or addresses. Okay, for example, we need to print this array. How to print this array? Of course, we need to start with the for int x equals to 0, and then compare it to the value of, array, r.length. This is because we have the fetch length of the array. Sorry, class. And then we have to increment the value of the array. Okay. Now, we need to print it. How to print it? It's pretty simple. So system.out.print, and then we need to print the array. We need to call, of course, this array that holds what you call this, the 4 elements inside with different offsets, of course, and of course the loops, and then to reiterate this array. So this is how the code goes. So we have here the open statement. Okay, this is where you loop the statement. Okay, at the same time, this is where we end the program for the static void main, and this is the main program for the class. Okay, do not be confused. Later on, well, we will gonna discuss the different what you call the syntax and how to apply the lexemes using the Java program. When we run the program, okay, let us run the program. So we have here 12, 3, 4, 3, 4. So this is 12, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. Now, this is how you print the array. Okay, this is how you print the array in a classic way. But again, there is another method to print the array. So if you want to print the array class in another way, we can use the methods of the Java program. So what is that method of Java program? We can apply the methods of the Java program. Apply the array what you call this array class of the Java program to print the array. So the syntax is very simple. You call the arrays. At the same time, we'll force you put here the method. Okay, that's how you do it. So in this case, well, of course, we have one set of instruction to print the array at the top. This is the classic way, and at the same time, we'll be using another way to print it. So to print the next statement, that is very easy. Look what will happen. Let us put the boundary right here. System out, that print, okay, print line. Another way, sorry guys, to print the array. I'm a bit tired, okay? So we have to clear this first and of course create another angle of the program for, let's say, we start with the array and of course the array has the objects 12, 3, 4, 4, 34. So how to do that? We will use the object as our what? Modifier, or shall I call it modifier, or maybe we can call it as a constructor or modifier, okay, for object. And let's say we have to use data 1, okay, or val1. That's a bit, you know, easy to understand. And this column now is just like you're creating a statement that will look and of course display the array at the top. So we put there R. Remember, the statement is very simple. We create the object, calling all these objects without any infusing the reiterator right here, and compare the value of that variable to the array here. But here we need only to declare and use the object as val1. Val1 is the variable here. And of course, we need to fetch the data from the array. And after that, what will happen? So we can use system.out. Look what will happen. Okay. Array. Display of array value. Okay. Array value. Then concatenation. And then we will fetch this val1 because val1 will fetch the value of array. So we have here val1. Look what will happen if we print this program. Okay, there you have it. So we have the program right here. When we run the program, okay, let us check and wait for the compiler. So there you have it. So array value 12, array value 3, array value 4, array value 34. So that's it. Okay. So the output is not that clear because of course the screen is I don't know if this is responsive or not. No? But again, we have the output. So 12, 3, 4, 34. Why? Because 12, 3, 4, 34. So there are lots of things that you can do with your array class. So we have to infuse the java.util first and first write the program. Now, what if we need to, to sort the array? It's very simple. We did, this is more on the time-based discussion. So time-based discussion is just focus more on the selling points of the code, and later on we can come back to that code and for study it a bit so that we will have more view to understand it. What if we need to sort it? Okay, you can remember you can write your sorting method. So you can write the sort methods with bubble sort, of course, comparing the first value to the second value, and assigning, of course, the temporary value to the first, and of course increment value, and of course you turn it to the main value. So that's how you use your sorting command by means of the bubble sort. Okay, so here we again call, the class of the array class of the array to sort the data. For example, we need to sort this value. What will happen? So if you want to sort this value, of course, the order is totally different. We start with 3, 4, 12, and 3, 34, right? So there you have it. So we have to call array. So array is part of your Java util arrays list. Okay, so arrays, and then we call the child of this array. What is the child of this array? So we can call it sort, and then call R. That's very simple. Okay. Again, you can use this or these statements to sort your program. But I will use this. Okay, let us check and of course override it. If we can override it at the same time, I'll just change a bit. I'll just change the variable here. System. I'll change the order of the output. System.out print line. Okay. So there you have it. So sorted data of array. Okay, sorted array. Okay. Now we have here a sorted array, and I have another sets of statements right here. Okay. I have a set of statement right here. All right. So this is the statement here. I will change this to C. Okay, this is to avoid any conflict. All right, I don't want to waste my time. And we have here the C. Remember, this is called at the top before you loop it. So we need to sort first the array at the top. At the same time, we need to use that reiterator, of course, to be read by the array itself. So when you run the program, look what will happen in the difference. Okay, let us check it here. All right. Oops, that is, we have the error right here. The variable is not is correct. Let us clear this first and then run the program. So when you check the previous data, it's totally different. So this is now the sorted array. Remember, this is the original array, 12, 3, 4, 34. And we have now 3, 4, 12, and 34. There you have it. So we use the simple and, of course, the simple methods of sorting the array. At the same time, how to display the array in Java. Now, let us review. Well, of course, we start first with our what library at the top. Remember, this is java.util. So we need to say the point asterisk is filtering all the classes of the Java array class. And one of that class is your course sort. Okay, that's how you sort it. And at the same time, of course, for to one thing, when you search also the Java, there are lots of methods. I will discuss that in the next tutorial, of course. And at the same time, of course, I want you to review this and start now to write your codes in Java program. I hope that you like this video. Please don't forget to share and subscribe in this channel. Thank you so much for watching.